News OK's Press Row with the Oklahomans Barry Tramel and Jenni Carlson is powered by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'.
I'm Barry Tramel, and I say that if the San Antonio Spurs are the second-round opponent for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Oklahoma City's biggest concern doesn't wear sneakers.
Well, let's figure out what that is. From the Opopco Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. I'm Jenni Carlson. Press Row is sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. Barry, what in the heck doesn't wear sneakers that would be the biggest concern to the Thunder in that series?
Well, if the Thunder plays the Spurs, then I think most of the matchups go Oklahoma City's way. Russell Westbrook, a lot younger legs, more athletic than Tony Parker. It's not 2005. There's no Bruce Bowen to chase around Kevin Durant. Tim Duncan is not the force he was in the middle. He's now an old man of 34, 35 years old. Thunder has the matchup edge, except on the bench, where Greg Popovich still sits over there masterminding one of the great NBA stories of the recent generation. 4 NBA titles for Pop since he took over has turned San Antonio into the organization that the Thunder wants to emulate. It's going to be another rugged series for Thunder coach Scotty Brooks. He's got to go up against one of the masters. That's the biggest concern, that Greg Popovich can get this Spur team to keep playing championship basketball.
You know, these two teams have played 3 times this year, and in 2 of those games, it was pretty much a domination by the Spurs, won by double figures. But in that third game, the Thunder went to San Antonio and really played physically, really took it to San Antonio. Didn't win that game, but it was a fantastic game, a game that was almost won at the end by a shot from Jeff Green, who's no longer with the Thunder, because the very next day, the Thunder makes that trade that sends him to Boston, brings Kendrick Perkins, Nazr Mohammed, and the rest that has changed this Thunder lineup. Barry, if they play in the playoffs, it'd be the first time that you see this revamped Kendrick Perkins, change in the lineup affect things. I think that could really be, obviously it's going to be interesting, but I think it could bring a whole new tilt to this series between these two teams.
Well, I do too. I think this is a series that you can't go back on those first 3 games, because the Thunder has the new look with Kendrick Perkins, and also because these Spurs aren't those Spurs. Most teams get old in the offseason. Most teams change in the offseason. These Spurs have gotten old. These Spurs have changed in the middle of a season. This is not the Spurs team that won 60 games. This Spurs team being taken to the limit by Memphis, an 8 seed, and it's not an upset. No one is sitting around wondering, how are the Grizzlies doing it? We know how they're doing it. Fresher legs, faster defensive intensity. This is just a San Antonio team that is aged and doesn't have the step that it once had. I think the Thunder still has the same advantages, and I think the Thunder has the better team right now. But San Antonio, like I said, they got the old guy Pop over there, always an iconoclast, not even wearing a necktie to games. He knows how to win in the postseason.
I think if you're looking at matchups, it's either even or to the Thunder's advantage in a lot of those. And then it comes down to coaching. What are those minute changes that the coaches make? It's going to be really interesting. Scott Brooks did a great job in the first round. What can he do in the second round series? And stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.